So wanting to be a chef, all you need is a fridge, an oven, few bowls, a spatula and a hand mixer.
The most important thing in baking or in business or in life, I believe, is to have grit. That no matter what happens, you show up and you just face whatever it is. Even if the task seems unsurmountable, just do little and get there.
So I'm Suvriti and I'm basically a pastry chef. Done my French pastry arts from France. Studied there for about 9 months, did an internship and came back. That's my gist. We've been running 7 Violets and since 8 years now, and I'm the head chef of this space.
I'm Sumiti. I've done my MBA from SPJ in Singapore and Dubai. My career started as a HR professional with a clinical research organization in Bangalore and then in Bombay, after which I did my MBA. Post that, I worked with a fashion apparel brand named Splash in Dubai for 3 years. That experience taught me how to run a store, the back end, what the staff should be like, customer service, everything that you know about how to run a retail outfit. Then I came back along with Suvriti. She was just finishing her course in France. We both decided that it was a good time to start business.
Perfectly.
Yes, it timed perfectly actually. In April 2012, both of us came back. She from France and me from Dubai. It took us a year to start 7 Violets, and yeah, here we are, 8 years since.
So 7 Violets also started with when I came back. I needed a space where I could start practicing whatever I had learned in France. So then our venue search, from looking for a store, we said, okay, let's at least get a kitchen going so that you can practice and get that part going. And that's when we found this space and we said, okay, let's start a test kitchen from here. Let's start doing some trials and see how much have I learned and how good am I in it. And then while planning the whole thing and in execution, we said, okay, there's a small corner that's available. So probably in the whole setup of the kitchen, how about whatever you've made, you even sell? And that's when we chalked out this small corner, which is our store currently, and that is our selling point. But from a trial kitchen, we've made it like a full-fledged production kitchen that has survived 8 years since then. Yeah, it's not as simple as there's a recipe, usko copy kiya aur bana diya. वैसा नहीं है. I think there's a lot of science that goes behind it, which took me some time to learn, because when I came back, I was a novice. I had no idea of what I was getting into. I didn't have much training and understanding. So challenges wise, I think even today, every day is a challenge. Yeah? Every new Father's Day, every 31st December, I feel, oh shit, 1st Jan has come. That means there's a new Valentine's Day, new Father's Day, new Rakhi, new Diwali. And like after 8 years, the 9th year to think of something new, that what new are you going to give a client, is very difficult.
In terms of business challenges, you name it, you face it. So from hiring the right people, from keeping the people who you've got on board, that's a challenge. Marketing, we started with 0 marketing spend. It was only word of mouth that took us through. We were lucky that it did spiral and we were the first only dessert store to open in Ahmedabad. So we had tremendous response from there. Because of COVID, we have a lot of ingredients that are not available in India. So we had to deal with those challenges. We were calling for something as simple as chocolate. There was chocolate imports halted. So we were calling for chocolate from all across the country. For designer cakes, fondant was not available. So we faced everything.
For a baker, I think you have to be mentally prepared that you're working all holidays, you're working through all festivals. You have to be prepared to take orders whenever a client gets up and remembers they want a cake. You have to be ready to take it up. So discipline is important. you need to have a little, you need to have the eye to understand, just to get things correct, you have to have a perfectionist's attitude, because baking is all about ingredients and weighing it out at, precision. So the correct, I mean your temperatures or your quantities, the weight of ingredients, everything has to be on point. So unless you're perfect, you cannot get it. Perfect is too strong, but you have to be correct in baking. You cannot, there's no iffiness. It's not an if and but. It is how it is. So discipline is important, and yeah, that's about it. I think these two things. Apart from that, I also think you need to be very passionate to be a baker, because if you don't love your work, it can be it can get stressful. If you don't love it, it can get a little stressful. But since I love my work, I mean, for me, this is my party space, this is my workspace, and this is everything for me. So it's a different thing for me altogether.
In terms of business, you need to, in my opinion, making the cake is the easier part, and making the cake is not easy at all. So you can imagine the skills that you require. You need to be strong on costing. You need to know how the finance works. You need to be good at hiring people. You need to be good at marketing. You need to be good at photography. And if nothing else, just have the grit to show up every day, because there'll be a day where your oven is not working, where your ceiling has fallen, where all your chefs have left because it's COVID. You just have to believe that you can do it yourself, and yeah, you have to keep going. Grit, no grit. COVID, we had nobody here. It was just the two of us who started baking and brought the business back starting in May. So we started from home, moved to the patisserie a month and a half later. But 1 cake, 2 cakes, 5 cakes, it was just the two of us. So you just have to show up every day.
Because of COVID, a lot of things have started online. Instagram has become, you have a lot of classes that are happening on Instagram, and if you keep getting these pop-ups where there's a lot of learning happening, and you do not need to go to a fancy school to start. To start with, you can always do these small courses online, whether it's on YouTube or through Instagram if you find something interesting. There are a lot of small bakers also. Now post-COVID, I see that the market has expanded so much. Like, there's so many new bakers in our industry who are there and are doing a good job also. So after that, once you're sure, probably yes, you can then go ahead and select your school and then pursue it the way you like. But I think Instagram has opened up, social media has opened up a lot of avenues to learn. Even for us, I think during COVID, we ended up doing so many trainings the past 2 years, I think, whether it was even chefs abroad or whether it was chefs of India, I think we did quite a few trainings during these past 2 years, and the learning never stops. So it's not like you'll do one course and it's done. It's a constant process. You have to keep learning. If you're a home baker and you want to start just to see how your market is, or just to get the wheels in motion, all you need is an oven, a good fridge, and a hand mixer, 2 bowls, a spatula, and you're ready to go. You don't need fancy equipments. See how it works for you, how passionate you are, how much you're liking your work, and then probably you can look at investing into better equipments and a better space for yourself.
So baking or running a cafe is a wonderful profession. It comes with a lot of delight, because you are a part of everyone's occasions, and the big ones: birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, baby showers. So you're a part of all their celebrations, which is a great thing to be. So whenever we get a praise, or whenever we get a picture of a little child cutting a cake, that's what really eggs us on. So the 10 hours or the 12 hours that we work, it makes it worth it. An advice I would like to give someone is, if this is your passion, start small, see if you can do it for a number of hours, for a number of days, and then proceed to actually setting up a space for yourself in a professional kitchen. Second, if you do decide, then you have to show up. You have to take on all odd hours of cake orders, working hours, like she said, festival working. It's tremendous amount of fun. Eventually,
I don't think I ever
It's
came
not
to work.
It's
It's
not
always,
work.
as I said, it's more like a party.
Yes.
That you come, you enjoy your work. There's a lot of vibe. And you're anyways making something fun that
Yeah.
is going for a happy occasion anyways. So
Yeah.
I think that we enjoy every cake that goes out from our space, and because those are the number of parties we are attending without being there. So I think we totally love our work.